a while back, Jeff Schlegg sent me a link to an eBay listing that was a mystery PC bundle. Now, this was interesting because on eBay you see a lot of video game bundles, but typically they're for console. Usually when it comes to computer games, they're just in lots, and these lots are really not the greatest because they're either games that you already own or they're padded out with like hidden object games or like Sims expansions. And seeing this bundle was just, I couldn't pass it up. You never see mystery boxes for PC games, so I bid on it. And this has been so long now that I can't remember how much I paid for it. But it was like 20 odd games featuring Manhunt. They showed off Manhunt as kind of the star of the show, I guess, to get you to entice you to buy this, to bid on this game. And I won. I got it. I really wanted to open it. And then I filmed it once, and the footage is terrible. My lovely fiance goes to the kitchen to cough. My camera picks every bit of it up, and then it just looks like some out of Suburban Sasquatch. It really does. It looks like the director commentator for Suburban Sasquatch. That might be a little bit too obscure of a reference for some of you, but point is, it looked bad, and even it sounded terrible. So I put it to the side and said I was going to do it again. Like a month later, here we are. But anyway, I want to show these games off again because you don't really see bundles, mystery bundles, that often. Like, I'm getting large hauls all the time. I just got one from Killscreen Games, and it's whatever. But this is a little different because I'm not sure what's in it, or I didn't at the time. And it's interesting to see what I got because I was fully expecting it to be Manhunt with a bunch of hidden object games. But there's actually some interesting stuff in here, and games that I don't know if I'll talk about at any other moment in time. So might as well talk about them now. So let's just get into it. In no particular order. These are the games that they sent me. And I will say the guy who kind of put this pack together, or helped someone put the pack together, is in the CD-ROM Fossil Discord. And he did tell me, like once I bought it, he kind of reached out to me and asked me if it was something I was going to do on YouTube. And that kind of tuned me in that this might not be that bad if he's hoping that someone's going to do an unboxing video. I talked to him about this, and he seemed really excited about it. But I bring this up because he wanted my genuine reaction. And I'm going to say that, yeah, I already knew what was in this box, but there's still stuff that I'm super hype about. And that also makes me kind of disgusted, because the things you're about to see me get hype about, I really shouldn't be hype about. So let's just start it off with that. Country Justice, baby! Now, I got my ValueSoft shirt. Right there. That I had made at the mall. And I like my ValueSoft games, but this particular one, that's also made by 3 Romans on the Renderware engine, kind of hard to find, physical version of it. It's rather difficult, especially in the boxed format. And someone paid $1.99 for it back in the day. And it's definitely not going for that on eBay now. But yeah, this is like, I guess the best way I can describe it is like, it's like a Postal clone, I guess. Kind of like Bad Day LA, but rednecks. But yeah, I was super stoked to see this. I am so excited to have this. For me, this makes the bundle. Everything else is just bonus. This is really exciting, and I'm glad I have this. And this is something I should not be super excited about, especially when you're going to see other stuff in here that's really, really fantastic. But this right here, this made my day. And let's move on to something that you don't see very often. This is Revolution 2002, developed by Fun Labs. My camera's having a hard time focusing, but we're just going to roll with it. But Revolution 2002, a game developed by Fun Labs, published by Activision, and it's kind of like one of the last games that they developed before they started making hunting games over and over again. I could be wrong about that. There could have been non-hunting games after this, but a game with so much potential and so much promise, but it's really boring and job simulator-y. I've talked about doing a review for this during streams. I did stream this one time, but I don't know. There's just so much to this game, but there's somebody who might review it soon. I hope the ones who told me they're going to review it, they'll actually do it. But this is an interesting game, and you don't really see it that often. I have a copy of this that I kind of had to sought after to get. It's just weird to see something like this just pop up in a bundle, because again, this is kind of fairly obscure, at least the physical version, that is. let's get these out of the way. We got Call of Duty Game of the Year edition. Always good to see the original Call of Duty. And we got Battlefield Vietnam, a fantastic Battlefield game that, whoa, super reflective too. That I still haven't really done a review on or streamed it or anything, but it's pretty fantastic. Next up is LA Street Racer. Now, I streamed this relatively recently. It's not bad, but it's not the greatest either. But the reason why I'm going to tell all of you to seek this game out and try it, there's a particular archive.org page under a certain username that has it uploaded, is that it has a very awesome aesthetic, a very awesome tone. The environment is just like, I really wish it was open world so I could drive around and explore. The graphics and the environment and the tone and the aesthetics is something that's really, and I thought this was really interesting because I've actually never heard of this game when I got it in this bundle, and I just had to check it out, and I did stream a little bit of it. It's really interesting, and I kind of have a soft spot for it because it's how you upgrade your car is unique. You're like wagering parts of your car for other parts. You know, like it's an interesting game. It's not the best racing game out there, but it's definitely something I think everyone should check out. And that's kind of why I'm glad that I'm doing this unboxing after the fact, because I checked that out and I can talk about it. And I had to, man. This had my curiosity piqued, and I wouldn't mind trying to find out development about that, like I did with Extreme Boards and Blades. Next up is a game called Discourse. This looks like it says distributed by Indie Box on the back, so this is when they were trying to bring physical PC games back, and that was short-lived. You can... Oh my god, the camera! Camera, please! You can't really see it, actually, but right here, right at the side of my face, I got a bunch of those little, like, Indie Box tins. You know what I'm talking about. Next up, we got a loose jewel case copy of Unreal. Always love to see Unreal. We got Tomb Raider Unfinished Business, the Smart Saver release of it that comes with a free trial of America Online, AOL. We got Lord of the Rings, Fellowship of the Ring, the third-person action game. Now, I was pretty hype about this. I don't have one of these in the collection, and now I can add it. I have Painkiller. Yeah. Is there any much more to say about Painkiller? It's a classic that got some horrible sequels. But yeah. Made by People Can Fly, if I'm not mistaken. And I do like on the back that Maxim gave it a 5 out of 5, and they featured that on the back of the box. Yeah, that's Painkiller. It's a nice, clean copy, too. Even with that disgusting price tag on it. Next up, we got a boxed copy of Iron Storm. I'm hype about this. I love Iron Storm. It's a weird, crazy game. I actually did Bet on Soldiers, a patron-only review. I thought about talking about Iron Storm one day. I did also stream this one recently, but this is a game as if World War I never ended, and it was a perpetual state of war. A fantastic game, very clean copy compared to the loose jewel case that I have, so I'm really excited to see that and have it in the collection. And next up is a boxed copy of Unreal 2. I have Unreal 2 over there, but it's in Italian. Long story. But now I got an actual copy of Unreal 2, and I've heard this was really stinky, and I've never played it before, and I want to play it just to see how stinky and bad it truly is. But yeah, clean copy of Unreal 2. Next up, we got a very, very clean copy of Splinter Cell Pandora Tomorrow. Camera, please! It's one of the only Splinter Cell games not digitally found anywhere. At least, last time I checked. For some reason, this game just gets left behind. But yeah, clean copy of Pandora Tomorrow. Got a copy of Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King. About said Fellowship of the Ring again. And, man, I'll be honest, I see this everywhere. Every Goodwill I go into, it's there. But this is probably the cleanest copy I've ever seen. Whoever had this stuff took good care of it. Big box copy of Rainbow Six Covert Ops Essentials. And is this the one? Yeah, this was the one that was developed by Zombie. Who were the ones that did Shadow Ops Red Mercury, which is another patron-only review that I did. It's a pretty good pack. This is a pretty good pack. Red Mercury is not a good game, but this is a pretty good pack for Rainbow Six. And then you've seen them everywhere, baby. StarCraft Battle Chest. Can't go wrong with it. It's got all the StarCraft stuff. Next up, we got a copy of the Gears of War PC edition, the original Gears of War, the first game. And then we got a copy of Reservoir Dogs, which is a game I still want to check out on like Trash Friday or something. I heard this game is garbage, and do want to check this out eventually. If you look, what's interesting about this is the ears on the CD-ROM. That always cracks me up. Actually, it's a DVD-ROM. Excuse me. Next up is a very clean copy of the Sum of All Fears. A great Rainbow Six clone, in my opinion. Not a bad little Rainbow Six clone. And then, speaking of Rainbow Six Lockdown. But this one is sealed. My copy is loose. But, yeah. It's even got the flip open. And then the last stack. This was actually interesting. I saw Star Wars Battlefront 2 and thought, well, I already own this. But then I noticed, like, the border was a little different. And this is the DVD-ROM edition. Different format. And you asked me, what's the difference between the CD-ROM and the DVD-ROM? You think with a name like CD-ROM Fossil, I could tell you right off the top of my head the difference between the two. But I got no clue when it comes to Star Wars Battlefront 2 what the difference would be. Besides maybe faster load times, maybe. Yeah, I don't know. Next up, we got a clean copy of Splinter Cell, the original. And when I say clean, I mean this thing looks like it came right off the retail shelf. In fact, all of these look like that. So whoever had this stuff. Unfortunately, Country Justice looks like someone sat on it, but that's, you know, to be expected from Country Justice, I suppose. But yeah, very, 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 very taken care of copy of Splinter Cell. Next up is Dead to Rights. You know, Max Payne with dogs. Yeah, fantastic game that I think the only Dead to Rights game I played was on PSP, so I have never played this. I guess I should check it out one day. And then here, I was actually kind of excited about this. Shadowrun, I don't have a physical copy of this. And apparently you could have played with people on 360 with this. Cross-platform back in the day. You know, it's easily done. Just developers don't want to do it. And then last but not least, the game that kind of was the showstopper, was the highlight, was Manhunt. And I am so stoked to have a physical copy of Manhunt. All I need now is to get the Russian copy of Manhunt 2. But I'm not willing to pay $80 for it quite yet. But yeah, this is fantastic. It's super clean. Awesome box. The art's fantastic. And I also had streamed that recently. Now, there's a lot of stuff they included. Little like trinkets and tchotchkes and stuff that are pretty neat. I'm not going to show them all off here, but I will show you three things. First, a pin that's shaped like a syringe. But what I like about it is that it's Zombrex from Dead Rising. I love this. This is neat. It's just a pin. It's just an ink pin. But I find it amazing that you could probably put a fake syringe in here, you know, like a prop, and call it Zombrex. I thought this was neat because I'm a huge Dead Rising fan. And then something I don't really talk about a whole lot is that I do collect like patches and buttons. I mean, I don't go out of my way to get them, but if I see them, I see them. And this is a Unity Game Developer Conference 2013. Pretty cool. It means, you know, somebody got to go to GDC and go to the Unity panel, so I thought that was pretty neat. And then this is kind of interesting. Again, something I don't really talk about is I do collect advertisements, posters, and stuff. But the reason I don't really advertise it is because I don't really necessarily want to buy it. It's the type of thing that if I get it sweet. I have binders in the bookshelf over there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 binders that I put this stuff in. And here's an ad for Primal Carnage for mobile phones. Pretty cool little ad for a game that was on mobile, and it looks like carnivores essentially. Powered by Unreal. So yeah, that was pretty neat. There was a lot more stuff like that included. I'm not necessarily going to show off, but yeah, huge shout outs to the guy who put this up on eBay. You know, I didn't know he was going to reach out to me after I had bought the stuff, and he seemed to be really excited about it. The bundle put together. I think it's 2 guys actually, and they seemed to be really excited. And this was awesome. A lot better than I was expecting, and I got to add some stuff to the collection that I wouldn't got to add otherwise. like Country Justice, like Manhunt, Shadowrun, and Painkiller. And that LA Street Racer is still another game that I'd like to do a little bit more research on, and I might do a video on LA Street Racer, digging up the obscure on it. But yeah, I'm Andrew Black with Senior Fossil, and this is just showing off that I got lucky with an online PC bundle. I won't get that lucky in the future, and if I ever see one, I'll always be cautious if I ever see one. But this is a quick video for you to check out kind of the stuff that I get. I'm not really the greatest at unboxing videos, which is another reason why I don't do them that often, but I felt this was a special occasion. Anyway, until then, I'll see you in the next episode of whatever that may be.